Thank you.
Okay, you guys can see this, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Assalamualaikum and greetings again to all participants of Linking Through LinkedIn, powered by UITM Academy Pengajian Bahasa APB's ECLIPSE. So ECLIPSE is a society under the LG243 English for Intercultural Communication degree program in APB. And our vision is to care for LG243 students' welfare and provide educational input to the students. Corresponding to the vision mentioned, ECLIPSE brings you Linking Through LinkedIn.
Okay, let me know when I can start, yeah? Sorry.
Okay. So, Miss Nina, we are starting right now.
Okay, cool. So I can start, yeah?
Hold on. So I will introduce you first a little bit.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
Okay. It's okay. It's fine. Okay. So I am Suma Ashura, your moderator for today, and also a student from LG243. So before we begin, I would like to introduce our guest speaker, who is a very well-respected lady, the CEO of Popcorn, which stands for Popular Content, a place that gets you notice, engagement, opportunities, and endless sales. She is also one of the Marketing in Asia's Top 100 Inspirational LinkedIn Icons for 2019 and 2020. Her journey in the entertainment industry began in the traditional broadcasting and filmmaking industry as an actor, TV host, and film and TV producer. Realizing that disruption was happening in social media, this true rebel at heart founded Popcorn in 2018 as a creative community and a contrarian platform to connect creative talents and businesses. Today, Popcorn has evolved into a full-fledged marketing agency and academy. Popcorn Academy is dedicated to developing and nurturing Southeast Asia's businesses influencers. Give way to Miss Nina Sharilhan. Miss Nina, are you ready to turn on your mic and warmly introduce yourself to all of us here?
Yes, definitely. You can hear me, yeah?
Yep,
Yeah,
very
okay,
clearly.
cool.
All right, the screen is yours.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for a very warm welcome. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be here today. Let me just take off my specs. I don't really need specs. It's for the blue filter. But thank you so much for joining me today and having me. And I'm really excited to share with you about LinkedIn because I love LinkedIn. Okay, so without further ado, and by the way, our session is going to be very interactive because I can't see you guys. I would like to hear from you guys. So feel free to use the chat function and write down whatever you're feeling, whether you're angry or you're happy, as we go through the slides. So just share with me whatever is going on for you or what you're learning, whether it's wow or it's like ugh or whatever. Okay, this should be very interesting. Yes, thank you. Say hello. How are you guys feeling today? Is everybody doing great? I want to hear from you guys so I know who's online and I know who I can address. Yeah. Hi. And what is it that you guys want to learn about LinkedIn? Let me know in the chat. And by the way, any questions is not considered stupid. All questions are welcome. So I would really like to know what you guys want to learn and get the most out of today's session, whether you guys are looking for a job or whether you guys want to be a LinkedIn influencer, anything that you guys want, just let us know. Personally, I feel that LinkedIn, everybody should be on LinkedIn, whether you are a student, whether you're a lecturer, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a C-level, whether you're an employee, whatever that you want, I have a feeling LinkedIn can get you there. So yeah, I actually think it's for everybody. I even have a makeup person, influencer on LinkedIn, and he's one of my students. Yeah, it's a he. Okay, so let's start. What is a LinkedIn influencer? Well, what is an influencer? So an influencer is somebody who's internet famous and they they are famous in different social media. So if you're a Facebook influencer, you're huge on Facebook. If you're a LinkedIn influencer, you're huge on LinkedIn. If you're like an Instagram influencer, you're huge on Instagram. So I'll share with you. And yes, LinkedIn is very different. Okay, so first things first, before we begin, I guess you guys are muted. I don't have to do that. Use your headphones so you can be clear and be present and focus. Yeah, manage any distractions. And then, okay, so this is most importantly for you guys, it's going to be fun. Please utilize the chat function and stuff like that, okay? What makes LinkedIn different? I'm going to cover all that. So thank you so much for the introduction. I am the founder of Popcorn, but sometimes I'm also known as the Chief Unicorn Officer because I basically represent Popcorn and I basically represent what it is that we do and stuff like that. So these are my social media handles. Make sure you take a screenshot. I'm very active on LinkedIn. So if you have any questions about LinkedIn, just drop me a line. On Instagram, I'm somewhat active, not so much anymore, but definitely on Instagram. No, definitely on LinkedIn is where you can find me. Instagram also can. Facebook, kadang-kadang, okay? Kind of thing. So what is Popcorn? So Popcorn, we are Southeast Asia's business influencer school, or we are like an incubator. So people come to us to learn to become an influencer. The cerita asalnya, we all wanted to be YouTube influencers, tapi tak terjadi, or we suck at it, to make it short. Okay, so what we do now is Popcorn stands for popular content. When we first started, we wanted to be YouTube influencers. We learned how to make videos using mobile phone, and then we started creating content for YouTube, and then we realized we sucked at it. And then we were like, okay, where do we go to learn? There must be a community, because in the US and the UK there's a community. In Malaysia there was none. So after looking, we were like, there's nobody here to learn from. There is, but you have to go and find. So we decided, F it, we're just going to create our own community. So we created our own community, and this is the first event we actually had where we invited the who's who of the social media industry. So if you look at Jared here, this guy here, the one next to me, he's actually an influencer on YouTube. So he's with Grim Film. He does a lot of short films. And the guy next to him is somebody who manages companies' account, and he helps make them famous. And this girl here, she's actually a performer. She's got like about 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, and she actually shared how she started. So that's how Popcorn started. Today we have so what happened was that for the whole of 1 year, we were having all these events, we were learning and and then I discovered about LinkedIn, but we still suck. We didn't do well on any platform. And then we discovered LinkedIn, and then I decided to post a couple of stuff, and then before you know it, I was named influencer, the most inspirational icon to follow for 2019, as well as 2020. And then I came out like a full article. And at that time, I only had like 2,000 friends on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn actually specifically asked to feature me because my career was very interesting. So I was featured in NST. Okay, so it just put me right in the map, kind of thing. And we were doing things differently because we had learned from all these influencers, and we were implementing it for LinkedIn. And that's when I realized that, wait a minute, I'm a LinkedIn influencer. And all this time, I was trying so desperate to be an Instagram influencer, a YouTube influencer, a Facebook influencer. But who I really was I'm a LinkedIn influencer. Now, you guys are asking, how is LinkedIn different? All social medias are different because it depends on the people who use them. So, for example, Facebook is banyak orang tua. Your parents are all there. And in fact, I tell people that if you're on Facebook, that means you're old, kind of thing, right? Whereas with Instagram, it's about aesthetics, it's about looks. So a lot of fashion and makeup brands are there. And with TikTok, it's a lot of younger generation. It used to be 16 to 24, but now it's 30 and below. And with LinkedIn, this is what I love about LinkedIn. You can be any age, and you're there because of a professional capacity. You're wearing your professional hat. And just because it's professional, it doesn't mean that it's ketat. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna share with you today. So today, we actually believe that Asian leaders have the capabilities and skills to make a difference in our global market with our own products, services, and leadership. But unfortunately, we don't see a lot of it. So and a lot of them don't know where to start, don't know what to do, or they lack confidence. You know, we always think the mak saleh are terror. We don't even know where to start. So it is our belief, it is, and we know this, that our vision for Popcorn is to build Southeast Asia's business influencer. And we act as an incubator to kind of groom you and set you out into the world, because we believe that Malaysia can be in the map of the world, not just Malaysia, but Southeast Asia. And we are going to be the next superpower of the future. It's no longer going to be UK, US, and stuff like that. We're going to be looking at Asia. So we're preparing you guys for the future. How does that sound like? Sounds good? Let me know in the comment, in the chat function. Okay, so that's what we do. Okay, so today what we do is, how do we help get our people there? We've got two sides of the business. So number one, we've got the academy. This is where we do the trainings, the boot camps. We also have a weekly talk show called Just Langga, and I'll tell you why it's called Just Langga. And then we also have Popcorn Bites. Popcorn Bites are free trainings that to help encourage our students to start taking the stage. Is they need to be speaking more. They need to be seen more. They need to have trainings. If that is for you, they need to share their knowledge. So Popcorn Bites, we do it once a month, and it's free. So what you want to do is you want to follow us so that you can come for these free trainings, and it's pretty good. Yeah, we've had the BFM CEO to share about financial planning and stuff like that. We also have a business community, which is a site thing that happened because we were training people, and we also did a conference. And then if you guys are too lazy, if our clients are too lazy, our students are too lazy to do their own content, then we have the agency to help them with the content creation. Yeah. Okay, so we are also LinkedIn's partner in Malaysia. We were their partner for last year. This year, we've decided not to continue. But because of this partnership, we're placed in a very unique situation where we get a lot of internal tips that all other LinkedIn gurus don't get. And number two, because we're not in LinkedIn, we also get the other benefit where we actually know LinkedIn better than the people in LinkedIn, in the sense, from the point of view of a user. So it puts us in a very unique spot, which is the best of both worlds. Yeah. So we got trained and partnered by LinkedIn, but at the same time, we see LinkedIn completely different from the people who created it. So we use it differently. In fact, we are aware of the power of LinkedIn and they're not. It's so funny, right? And also with our students, what happens is that since we started, we've created about 9 business influencers. 5 of them are the 100 most inspirational LinkedIn icons in Malaysia. This is given by Marketing in Asia. So what you guys want to do is, once you guys start having your profile, you want to Google 100 most inspirational LinkedIn icons in Malaysia you should follow, and then you can add all of them. Okay. Another list that you want to go for is the 70 rising personalities. We've created about 4 here. So altogether, there's 9 of us created. So our students come in they come in March, and in May, they get they get awarded the top 100. The ones who came in April, August dah jadi influencer. So the only reason we haven't got more than 9 is because there's no award to give. So we have to wait for May this year lah. Okay, now in terms of our results, we've impacted about 1,000 people through talks like this. We have also done one-on-one workshops. We've developed over 50 business influencers, and our plan is to grow big. And we've also created the 9 influencers that I shared with you earlier. And amazingly, we have also gotten our students to make money. So they are closing like 6 to 7 figures all during the pandemic. So the way they approach the business is completely different compared to before. A whole new world has opened up because dunia dah berubah, and we ourselves through LinkedIn have gotten speaking engagement all over the world. I'm supposed to be, I spoke at the European Digital Week last year. I'm going to be speaking at the European Digital Week again. And we're going to be talking about this because not a lot, I think our conference was the first one in the world, okay? So Malaysia, boleh. So I want you guys to start dreaming big because anything is possible. And we ourselves have closed 1 million using through LinkedIn and during the pandemic. Orang semua macam, how to get job, and we're like, okay, things are cool, kind of cool. So the world is different. So today, this is what I'm going to do with you guys. Number 1, I'm going to cover why LinkedIn, why now. Number 2, what makes LinkedIn different. And then number 3, how you can improve your profile, because the profile is the first step towards you being awesome on LinkedIn. And then we're going to do Q&A. You can ask me anything you want. And then the fifth one is moving forward. What's going to be next for you? What's going to be your action plan? Does this sound good? Let me know in the comment section. How is this so far? Are you guys okay? You're pulling up? Am I talking too fast? Let me know. All good. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so dunia sudah berubah. The world as we know it, as we live in, has changed. Okay. So social media has changed the way we interact. Okay. So the average Malaysian, believe it or not, has 10 social media accounts. We're talking LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. And by the way, messenger apps such as WeChat, Telegram, Signal, WhatsApp, they are considered social media as well, kind of thing. There's Skype. So there's all these things happening, yeah? Okay, and this is what's happening with the world. People are getting their news from social media. We're no longer buying magazines and stuff like that. Facebook, Daily Show, local blogs are the top 3 sources of news and information. Or if you're like me, I don't even bother logging in. If the news is so important, I will get it via WhatsApp. Okay, and people like you guys, and I'm sure you know this, you would prefer watching a comedic news rather than a traditional news, right? Because it's so boring, all these traditional news. And if we're not watching news, we still get it via private messages, WhatsApp, Telegram. I know because my dad sends all these stuff and he never filters any of them. We're like, okay, kind of thing. So this is what's happening. YouTube and Facebook has become the new global TV. And it's not just YouTube and Facebook. It's basically, we're talking social media. There's now Instagram. I didn't put it here because I didn't have the data. I mean, I could, but no time. So basically, YouTube reaches more people, more 18 to 49-year-olds than any network broadcast or cable. And in fact, they reach more people during prime time than the top 10 TV shows combined. That's how crazy the numbers are. And 85% of people actually watch videos without sound, and Facebook users watch 8 billion videos per day. That's like crazy, okay? And we haven't even started with Twitter. We haven't even started with Instagram. We haven't even started with the Chinese punya pula, and we haven't even started with LinkedIn, okay? So this is the data. So what does this mean? What this means is that social media has become the new TV channels, the new distribution platform, okay? And in fact, we're predicting that Facebook is going to be fully video. Also today, dulu, if you want to meet and network with people, you got to go to events. We had to travel. This is just before COVID. We would be going overseas for market shows to meet with people and to connect with people. That was the olden days. Nowadays, I can be sitting in a pool, you know? Yeah, TikTok is also huge. TikTok is like 850 users, something like that. I love TikTok. In fact, we had an interview of TikTok yesterday with on our show. So you can be sitting in a pool anywhere in the world. I could be in a mountain if I'm into that thing in Nepal, provided they have internet, and I can still close a sale. I can still run my business, you know. So the world has completely changed, you know, and as it has, this pandemic has basically expedited things like about, I don't know, 100-fold kind of thing. And here's the thing, the way people buy has also changed, but the way we're selling is not. Okay, so what is it that we do when we buy? It's not just B2C, but B2B has also started. 75% of B2B buyers now use social media to be more informed about vendors. So what does that mean? If I am working in a company, let's say my job is Celcom and I sell like packages to corporates, I would need to start being active online to talk about my product and my company and how I work with my clients so that people can find me. Because 75% of buyers use social media to be informed about vendors. If I'm a vendor and if I'm their competitor and I'm not creating content on LinkedIn, I might not get business. That is how the world has changed. So the way people buy has changed, but the way we are selling is not. And here's the thing, we do not respond to cold calls anymore. Zaman dulu, we cold call, okay? 90% of people do not respond to cold call, especially in Malaysia. Why? Because we like to install all these apps that list who is calling and then we reject, we don't answer. Betul tak? Siapa install caller ID? I know I do. Okay, so the world we live in is fast changing. Change is happening. And here's the thing, change is happening whether we like it or not. The question is, do we want to be a Nokia? Do you know what happened to Nokia? So macam ni, digital transformation is years away. I don't see our company having to change anytime soon. Then COVID datang. Macam tu, you know? So, yeah, exactly. You want answer from banks. There you go. In fact, true story, I actually had a call, and you know what was listed in the caller ID? It actually said there, Indian man. I'm like, kesiannya, siapa lah yang tulis and label him as Indian man? He's probably tak berdosa. Bukan dosa dia kan to be born Indian. And then you also, do I call? Do I answer? Do I accept? Or do I, like, you know, you suddenly don't know whether you should answer or not, because why the heck did somebody just call him Indian man, you know? So yeah, that's one of the jokes. Okay, so now let's talk about LinkedIn and why LinkedIn. Exactly, poor man, right? Apalah dosa dia to be born Indian, you know? I pun terasa because I do have Indian blood in me, you know, kind of thing. Anyway, so why LinkedIn? Why now? Okay, let's have a look. So first and foremost, what are your beliefs about LinkedIn? Let me know in the comment section. I don't know about you, but I remember, well, my friend works in LinkedIn and she's with San Francisco, Malaysian. See, Malaysians are everywhere. And she's been forever trying to get me to be on LinkedIn. But I was like, tak nak, boring ah, ini semua orang constipated, you know, professional, yeah. Yeah, it's a resume dropping site. Good job, Hakima. Okay, who else? Come. Let us know in the comment section. Are you intimidated? Yes, exactly, because it's professional, kan? Okay. Lagi apa? Yep, for professional, definitely. And therefore it's boring, constipated, kan? Lagi apa? Inilah time for you to meluahkan your perasaan. People flex professionally? What does that mean? To find internship programs, kan? A platform for jobs, networking site. Good job, Aisha. Platform for jobs, yes. For jobs, yes. How many % of people do you think are on LinkedIn looking for jobs? Agak-agak. For people to endorse your skills, yes. How many % of people are on LinkedIn you reckon are looking for a job? Okay, love it. Everything is 90%. Wow, so many. 60, 70, 40, 10, 95. Okay, I'm going to share with you the figure. Kalau boleh buat pun bagus, tapi tak apalah, haram kan. Okay. Kind of thing. Okay, so this was some of the beliefs that people have about LinkedIn, and I'm one of them. LinkedIn is for job search only. It sucks. It's boring. Who am I? I have no experience to share. I baru je masuk kerja. I got nothing to share. I already have a resume, you know, and these companies call me directly. I don't need to fill in a profile. It's boring. It's uptight. It's a professional platform, so it's definitely boring, right? Yeah, LinkedIn is only used to search for new career opportunities, and I'm happy with my job. Only when I lose my job, then maybe I'll go on LinkedIn. Okay. What's the other one? Yeah. Oh, and oh my God, kill me already because it's just so boring. Tolonglah bunuh I, kan? Okay. To understand the power of any social media, the first things first that we need to do is we need to understand how users approach the different social media. As mentioned earlier, different social media platform has different users and have different purpose. So I'll give you an example. Facebook smart. What do you guys go to Facebook for? Okay, a lot of you are probably not on Facebook. Let me know if you're on Facebook or not. I think you guys are not. But the ones who are, I'm assuming who are the lecturers, to watch drama, ya betul. Marketplace, okay, bagus. Assignment apa tu? To search for old photos. Oh my goodness, what kind of old photos? To connect with family, watch free video, catch up with families, don't know what to do on Facebook. Okay, good one. I also don't know how to use Facebook already. To throw back, catch up with teachers. Oh my God. Okay, cool. Stop crush. Okay, good job. No longer on Facebook, but sometimes I went there for their marketplace for assignment purposes. Assignment apa ni? Cuba cerita sikit. Okay. Let me just share with you. You can see the slide, right? So this is how people are using Facebook. And by the way, Facebook is for orang tua. You're like 35 and above, you're usually on Facebook. So Facebook people are on Facebook to be entertained, number satu, to stay up to date with friends. To improve their financial status, to tengok ni, to search for opportunities, semua tak ada. Facebook is like everything and everything. You go there to watch, you know, cat videos, funny videos, join anti-vax group to see who wish me on my birthday. Allah, Simon. Okay, got it. Okay, funny video. Yeah, exactly. You know, or if you want to be angry with people, like one of my co-founder, he used to be like so nice on LinkedIn. Betul dekat Facebook dia jadi keyboard jihadis, dia kutuk-kutuk orang, you know, that sort of thing lah. So we're like, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, he confessed, so it's quite funny. Preach flat earth. What is that? Yeah. Just to see fighting anti-vax people. Yes, okay. And then Twitter people are there to be entertained and to stay up to date with friends as well. They do go there to sort of learn from leaders and experts, but definitely if you are on Facebook, you do not go on Facebook to learn about leaders. It's only 7%. Let's take a look. Yeah, join apa masak tak jadi. Yes, correct. You know, it's a place where you don't want to think about work, right? Yeah, you just go there. You're on Twitter 24/7. My God, are you a news channel? But good job. Okay, so on LinkedIn, people are not there to be entertained. They are not there to keep up to date with friends, but they are there to learn from leaders and experts. They are there to improve their career. They are there to search for new opportunities. That is what people are there for. And as a person, this is why I shared that I am a LinkedIn influencer, because I love learning. I love learning. I'm like addicted, like a junkie for training. Because when I sign up for trainings, I learn and I improve myself. So I would say I love learning, and my kind of learning are courses that are interactive, not like you sit and belajar. That one tolong lah, I will die. Okay, I go there and improve my career in a sense. I'm working for myself, but it's basically to build my business and to be the leader in my industry and to search for new opportunities. We're at this stage where we all create content. We don't call. People will just come and message us to be part of our class or to get our services. So that's what we use LinkedIn for. So I'll give you an example. Facebook is like, you know, you have a barbecue party, semua you ajak. Okay, the keyboard jihadis semua lah. So you punya purpose macam is to enjoy, to have fun. Whereas with LinkedIn is very specific. We are there, macam you're there for a business networking event, and it's on a professional context. They're very laser and stuff like that. So in that sense, I love it because it's very specific towards business. Okay, it's specific towards career. And then I'll share with you what people are doing on LinkedIn. Okay, sounds good? Okay, so this is the data for LinkedIn. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so LinkedIn is the world's largest professional network. Okay, it's the only one, and they are like the monopoly in this. Okay, because if you think about it, Facebook is for everything. LinkedIn is for professional. So context the professional. Okay. Malaysia punya update, I think we are at 5.5 million. Just last year we were at 4. It's grown by leaps and bounds. It's 5.5 million now. Okay. Now every day there's 178,000 users. Okay. 40% visit the sites daily, and 40% actually access it from laptop. You know, a lot of social media, 80% access through mobile phone, but LinkedIn is the only one that people access, half of people access from desktop. So what does it say? They're probably using it for work, okay? And here's the thing, there is 750 million members now and only 3 million creators. You know what that means? It means that opportunity for you to rise as a content creator, as an influencer, is huge because hanya ada 3 million content creators, whereas, you know, the whole population is 720, and 40% out of 720 goes in daily. So your opportunity to rise is amazing, okay? And how many, I asked you guys just now, how many percent of people are looking for jobs on LinkedIn? Only 30%. So that means the 70% who are there, why are they there? They are there to look for, let's go to the next slide. Okay, So they are there to learn. Okay. What did I do? They are there to learn via industry news, expert advice, career training, peer insights, squadding dia punya competitor, recommendations, as well as content published by LinkedIn influencers. And you get to network with LinkedIn members and thought leaders. I can actually comment on one of the Shark Tank guys, and he actually responds to me. It is crazy. It is amazing, you know. One of the LinkedIn influencers has 500,000 followers. We actually comment on her comment on her post, and she actually replies. Okay, we're at this stage where we invite people to come on our show, and our people who come on our show have been from US, from India, from Indonesia, from everywhere in the world, from UK. Our guests are from everywhere. Yeah, so that's how amazing it is. So it is by far the largest number, where the largest number of professionals gather to stay connected, inform, advance their career, and work smarter. Okay, and here's the thing about LinkedIn members: 59% of them are management. Okay, managers or senior business executives. Ni dalam bahasa US, senior business executives means senior managers and above. So the LinkedIn people are decision makers, influencers, and leaders of today and tomorrow. It's the people that you want to target all in one place. You want your career growth, you want to be hired, you go there. You don't wait until you cari kerja. They are there all the time, okay? Now, here's the number. 82% of people use LinkedIn to keep up to date with business news. 80% make or influence business decisions in there. 82% research companies. Okay, and here's the thing. You want to be on LinkedIn, you want to think of it like macam you nak masuk meminang orang lah, okay? You could have dating, you could have beli bunga, you could have celebrate Valentine, birthday dia could have beli bunga, you know, that sort of thing. You tak boleh just terus and ask for the hand in marriage. Doesn't work kan? Sure kena reject. So in a way, getting a job is kind of like that. You gotta meminang lah you punya employer. You know what I mean? You don't wait to just go and ask them, will you marry me? Will you hire me? It doesn't work like that anymore. Okay? Because dunia sudah berubah. Is this making sense? Let me know. Yes, exactly. It's like getting advice from your business and career straight from your idols. And it's important for you guys to speak up and to say, because if you don't, you're going to be the 750 million minus 3 million content creators too, who we call lurkers, who are just checking out profiles and stuff like that. Yeah? Yes, there's a lot of insightful content. So if you are like me, you gila knowledge, you love it, you love learning, you love surrounding yourself with positive, because you need to surround yourself with positive because you will attract it in your life. Or you can go watch yang suamiku, abangku gomba, or you know, all these drama, gaduh, first wife, second wife, you will attract that into your life. So I choose what I surround myself with because I want to have an awesome life. You know what I mean? So I'm very fussy. Okay, here's the outreach potential. What should you post on LinkedIn? We'll talk about that in a bit. Oh my God, not to drama, tell me about it. Okay, so this is the outreach potential. Out of 750, by the way, this is 2020 figures. Oh, sorry, this is 645 million members. 30 million are companies, 20 million jobs are there, 35,000 skills, 90K schools. This is 2020 dah naik 706 million, 54.5 million companies. There's less jobs, more companies, 127K schools, and 35 plus K skills. Well, companies dah increase, tapi jobs dah kurang, okay? But the potential is there, okay? And it's no longer resume site. When it first, and then it evolved into B2B, okay? So 80% of B2Bs actually get their sales from LinkedIn. But now LinkedIn has B2C. B2C is business to consumers, okay? 51% of companies on LinkedIn have acquired B2C customer through LinkedIn. So it's becoming Facebook, but with a professional context, okay? Yes, exactly. Good job, Amira. Okay, another thing, in terms of trust, amazing. It's number one. You tengok every year, this is 2019 figures, but I can tell you year on year, every year, LinkedIn is the most trustworthy social media platform. Because if you look at this, 27, 2018, 2019, 2020 and beyond still, Facebook will never be trustworthy. Okay? It's quite dodgy. And because there's a lot of people, stuff like that. Kenapa is LinkedIn very trustworthy? Because for you to fill up your profile, it's almost your resume. All your information is there. It's a bit harder to tipu. With Facebook, you can just set up some whatever and you're good to go. So that's why it's one of the most trustworthy platforms. And here's the thing, there is also a guy in Singapore who was charged with espionage, that's spying by the US, because what he did was he used LinkedIn and you would get all this information about all these tech companies and government, from all these people on LinkedIn, kononnya about business and stuff like that. Lepas tu dia jual kat China. So dia masuk jail. So that's how amazing that platform is. Okay. Okay. And also it's one of the only social media, Western social media, that is allowed to operate in China. Now, the Chinese government is very strict. They need you to have a server if you're going to have a social media. The other Western ones are not bothered. LinkedIn complied, and therefore it is available in China. So what does that mean? If you want to reach out to China, you can be on LinkedIn. It's the only, so it makes it even stronger. Okay. Okay, and here's the data. It's not just for people for career growth. Salespeople benefit from LinkedIn as well, because 80% of B2B leads come from LinkedIn, 7% compared to 7% on Facebook. 65% of companies have acquired a customer through LinkedIn. 84% of execs actually use social media to support business decisions. 75% of B2B buyers are influenced by social media. And the decision makers, which are you guys, 18 to 34, is the largest social media users, which is 46%. And this number is going to increase. So traditional marketing is no longer working because people are gravitating towards ad-free environments. Trust, transparency, authenticity is a major concern. So technology innovation with these sort of things, people are gravitating towards personal, real people, personal branding. So 2020 and beyond is about personal branding. So let's just put it this way. People are on LinkedIn, why? Nak cari kerja, nak advance their career. Dah ada kerja tapi dia nak advance their career. Or you are there to network and mingle, or you are there to be the authority in your industry, or you are there to give branding and awareness towards your business. Okay, whatever role you are in, you need to sell yourself. You need to have a personal brand so that people will look at you and want to hire you or buy from you or trust you and listen to you. You get what I mean? So whatever your goals are, the way I see it is you can actually have it on LinkedIn. Does this make sense? Let me know in the comment section. So let me know if so far you guys are okay, kind of thing. Yes, okay, good job. Any questions? Right, doing pretty good. Okay, good job. Okay, now again, the way we are buying has changed. So the B2B buying journey, B2C journey has changed. It's not just B2C, B2B pun dah affected. Consumers research vendors online. So all sales is we would do cold call, buat demo, and then dapat lead and then jual. Nowadays is like, apa nama company ni? The Google, you carilah semua. And do you know that when you are very regular on your LinkedIn profile, if people search for you on Google, your LinkedIn profile will pop up first. It helps with your SEO, SEM. And 90% of B2B buyers are likely to engage with sales professionals thought as thought leaders in their industry or influencers lah. Does this make sense? Okay, so Q&A box is open. Feel free to drop your questions there. Okay, and one of the things that I love, which is what we shared about earlier, is, I can talk to the guy from Shark Tank. So it helps you bypass gatekeepers. So zaman dulu, I don't know if you guys are aware about this, kalau nak buat appointment dengan Tengku Zafrul, Minister of Finance, ini kawan I, okay? I kenal. I kena telefon secretary dia, kena pass through her. Dia punya apa ni, authority and security lagi teruk daripada, you know, gerak khas or whatever. But nowadays, because of LinkedIn, I can easily just comment on his post, you know, on Vishen Lakiani's post, on Gary's post. Lama-lama dia ingat kita kawan. Does that make sense? Yeah. So I've done this with a couple of CEOs, and I use first name basis, and they think that they know me, and then they'll check out my profile, that sort of thing. So yeah, totally interesting. How does this sound like to you? Let us know. Yeah, super cool, right? Kau kat Facebook, you rasa dia layan you tak? I don't think so. Betul tak? Okay. And LinkedIn is not fully leveraged by marketers. Now, here's where I need to share with you. We're going to talk about intimidating, yeah? Nor Hamiza, remind me about LinkedIn being intimidating, because this is a limiting belief that we Asians have, okay? Can we do hobby in LinkedIn? I believe you can, but we'll get to that in a bit. Okay, so LinkedIn is not fully leveraged by marketers. Number one, they don't know how to use LinkedIn. Okay, number two, they have all this fixed belief about LinkedIn that is ketat and stuff like that. And LinkedIn ni owned by Microsoft. Okay, so dia macam it's you can't just go in and use it like, you know, Facebook and stuff or Instagram like that. It takes a little bit of time for you to know how to use it, the buttons, because, you know, Microsoft is complicated. It's not like Apple. Let's just put it that way, okay? Yes, it is very exciting. Okay, and I'm going to share with you how you can start quickly, yeah? Okay, so here's something you should know. In terms of social media, LinkedIn ni dia macam lembab sikit because it started as a resume dropping site, and then it's for people to find jobs and stuff like that. And then tiba-tiba last year dia baru tereka dalam hidup dia yang dia sebenarnya social media. So dia lembab sikit, okay? So, but it is catching up very fast. So here's some data I want to share with you. In 2018, they launched video. 10 times more views, the videos on LinkedIn than Facebook. And of course, with video comes the rise of LinkedIn influencers, able to build and leverage large audiences. Okay, but here's the beautiful thing. Even if you baru masuk, tak kisah. Your post is making a difference, okay? Your post, LinkedIn punya engagement year on year naik, engagement and more than 50% year on year. So it's a very engaged community. And you do not need to do videos. You can do just a simple write-up and a gambar. You can do PowerPoint and you save as PDF documents. Sekarang dia baru introduce story, baru rolled out. And then they have like a name pronunciation, so you can leave. You know what some people are doing when you connect with people, instead of sending a message, they actually do a video and say, hey, thanks for connecting with me. I look forward to seeing your content. You can leave a video message. You can leave a voice message. There's so many things that you can do. And now they're going to launch product page as well. So that means if you have a company page, you can actually put your products there. Dulu it was showcase page, but now it's product page. I think they're gonna phase out showcase page, and you can also put service page, which is gonna be available like I think 1 more year down the road. So, and then baru-baru ni you dah boleh swipe up. You need to have 5,000 followers lah, that sort of thing. Company punya pun the story just came in where you can swipe up, okay, at any time. So it's making about it's incorporating all these awesome features so that it can attract the younger audience, the future generation of professionals to come online. Is it possible for my profile? Honey, 750 million people in the world, your profile, if people search for you, they can find you. Any do's and don'ts? Okay, that one I have to answer at a different time. So remember to put this in the Q&A. So your profile will be seen by anybody around the world. And my clients actually, my students actually, after being on LinkedIn, they get inquiries from overseas, because again, 750 million people worldwide, only 3 million are creating content. It is crazy. So the reason, what I'm saying is this: if you're a great employee and you're showcasing your talent, I would not be surprised if people from overseas want to hire you. It's a global opportunity. So you want to start thinking big, even beyond Malaysia, okay? Tolonglah, okay? Because you can do it, okay? LinkedIn is going to be your new social media. Okay, and it's evolving. It just started having LinkedIn Live, and it's working on a lookalike audience. Okay, lookalike audience ni, if you are attracting this kind of audience, the algorithm will push your content to similar audience. That's what it means by lookalike audience. Okay. Now, if you guys are looking for a job, there are things that you need to know. Companies buy the recruiter license so that they can find employees on LinkedIn. Okay. And they don't just find when they are looking to hire, let's say, okay, I need a marketing person. Okay, type in marketing. They have access to 750 million people worldwide. And then they're going to filter it. So kalau you pergi job street, you letak the information and then dia macam broadcast dari atas ke bawah. Hopefully more people. Siapa yang nampak, okay lah, nasib baik. But what big companies in Malaysia are doing is they buy the LinkedIn recruiter. We know because we used to sell it, but we don't do it anymore. So companies in Malaysia actually buy this recruiter license, and we call this the hand of God, or what the clients call, but we call it, Thanos ni glove. So what it does is, you petik je jari, you cari siapa, you nak cari marketing, okay. You key in marketing, pop, you boleh nampak dekat berapa orang dalam dunia. You detailkan lagi by location. Okay, kat Malaysia ada berapa million. Okay, dekat Selangor ada berapa. Okay, siapa yang ada 3 years experience. Pop. You boleh you boleh cari you dan hire you. And it's not just one off. They can create a steady pipeline. So maybe dalam 2,000 orang tu dia interview 200 orang. And then from the 200, dia hire 2 orang. Yang lagi 188 tu maybe dia suka 50 orang. So that 50 people, they will put in their pipeline list so that when other jobs opportunities come in, they can go to you. Or if something happens to those 2 people, tak elok apa-apa, they go to you. Or if you are not the right fit for marketing, but they feel that, they like you, there is an opportunity for you as something else in the company, when that job scope comes in, nama you akan naik. Ni semua the power of algorithm. Okay. And how powerful it is, why do I call it the hand of Thanos? Because kalau you nak cari Santa Claus pun, you boleh jumpa Santa Claus. So this is why I encourage students as young as 16. The youngest age, it depends on the country's permission, but I think in Malaysia it's 16. So even if you are in college, even if you are in high school, you tak buat SPM, you pun lagi, you fill in you punya volunteer experience, benda-benda extracurricular you dalam you punya profile. Sebab all those akan masuk dalam search bila dia cari. Kalau you debater, kalau you organize activities, kalau you community builder, kalau you raise funds for your society, semua tu skill, okay? You want to start filling it up now. Does this make sense? Which is why you do not wait for your job. Bila you nak cari kerja baru you masuk. You kena start building this now, and your resume or your profile on LinkedIn should be a living, breathing thing where you keep updating it all the time. Make sense? Are you guys understanding the power of this? Okay, good job. Oh, just to let you know, my students masuk satu training dengan I, seorang close 1 million. Okay? This is the power of the algorithm, also the power of popcorn. Let's not forget. Number 2, seorang tu, she's an architect, but she wants to talk about mental health. So she's a mental health advocate. Terus dia dengan we all, dia dah berzaman nak try YouTube. Dengan we all, tiba-tiba dapat interviewed by 4 different organizations. Friend list, less than 500. So it's about knowing what to write on your profile and how to position. But for you to know that, you need to understand your brand. Okay, make sense? Okay. Okay, building authority with quality content. This one is, it's not just videos. You can put a post, tulis je pun boleh. You boleh letak gambar. You boleh letak poll pun baru, like dalam setahun. Like I mentioned earlier, LinkedIn ni social media yang baru, perasan dia social media, so dia masih merangkak, okay? Articles pun boleh, you tak perlu write articles, but if that is your thing, write articles. You can do video. Video pun ada 2 style. You boleh buat video yang you record, you boleh buat video yang macam ni, you boleh buat live stream, macam like right now, if you were streaming it, it'll be live streaming. I'm good at live streaming. You can do LinkedIn stories, you can do LinkedIn live, and there's also LinkedIn learning where you can go. If you pay for the premium membership, you actually get access to their learning. And learning too, they have like thousands and thousands of courses that you can search for. So I'll give you an example. My co-founder, Amin, you can add him on LinkedIn if you want. He loves LinkedIn learning because we all this more hantu training kan. So he actually did the Guy Kawasaki course. And then one day a guy like approached him and his old friend connected with him. And he's like, hey, how did you find me? And then he said that he was Googling Guy Kawasaki on LinkedIn, and Guy Kawasaki's name came out. Guy Kawasaki's training came out. Guy Kawasaki's profile came out, and then Amin's profile came third. And he's like, why? Because Amin had done the training and he had listed it under his skills, whatever, and that's why his name popped up. That's how the algorithm like connects. Okay. And the other thing is, if you want to be connected to a CEO and the CEO hasn't accept your connection, what you do is you connect dengan orang yang dah connected dengan dia, because it's first and second connection. The CEO will be able to see your post in his feed. Does this make sense? So you are first and second connection, you will see, even though you're not friends with them, but you can still see. Okay, so this is how powerful it is. Okay, so for every one creator, there's 9 people who will engage with you. Yang 90% ni akan tengok. So we call them lurkers. Okay, so yeah, so these are some of the content that we do. So you can put 3 reasons why I love LinkedIn after watching Social Dilemma. We do LinkedIn Live, and then this is the slides that we were talking about. So never force feed your connections. Okay, so we do point form. Siapa yang suka design can do that. One of my students, dia punya post, I think 90,000 views dia buat macam ni. Dia ikutlah what we tell them to do. Okay, now who is leveraging on LinkedIn, and what kind of stuff are they doing on LinkedIn? Okay, I'll give you an example. So CEOs are using LinkedIn. This is if they're using it lah. Kenapa? Because it humanizes their organization. They get to build relationship with media, analysts, public, their own employees. They amplify the brand's content and news, and they position themselves as the thought leader or the industry authority in their industry. Okay, make sense? Does this make sense? LinkedIn Premium is about 30 USD. What do you mean by connected, like Alex and Charlene? That's probably something that I don't understand, so you need to explain to me. Okay. Okay, now this is an example of a CEO using LinkedIn. Now this is Long Nian Lee. He was the CEO for Citibank Malaysia, but now dia dah naik pangkat, so he's gone to Singapore, where he's the chairman of Citi Private Bank for the whole of Southeast Asia. He's got 15.5K, I think more, because during pandemic, he started coming out with videos where he gave like leadership advice to people, especially during difficult times. This is an example of his videos, and he covers things like, somebody asked whether you can do personal stuff. So his content is really interesting. He will cover leadership topics. He will cover race car driving, because he's a race car driver also. It's his passion. And he also covers marathon because he's an avid sportsman. So he covers his life at Citibank, leadership advice for people, how to run a company, how to run a team, and then racing, as well as what's the other one? Sports, because he does running. And this is his video example.
Hi everyone, Long here. Thought I'd do one last video before I leave Malaysia. It's been 6 years since I've been CEO of Citibank. What can I say? It's been a fantastic journey. One totally challenging, but at the same time, very enriching. I think I myself have grown in various aspects in terms of my resilience, in terms of my patience, in terms of the ability to make decisions. And
okay, so you get what I mean, right? So if you look at the quality, it's probably nicely shot and edited by his team, or he can easily do this on the phone, right?
Hi everyone.
Okay, so it's no longer a resume site. It's also a place where people attract sales and leads. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so This is Nur Shahiwan. You can connect with him. He's got 15,000 followers, but I think dah naik dah, so I don't bother up to date because it keeps changing. So he uses it to position himself as the authority in his industry, which is solar energy. And also he uses it to, for lead generation. So what he does is he talks about solar energy. He uses LinkedIn as a platform to share, and his mission is energy to those in needs, giving kind of thing. Now, before LinkedIn, his meeting will take 3 hours. Itu pun tak guarantee close. Kenapa 3 jam? Because he needs to educate people about solar energy, how it works and stuff like that. But now, after LinkedIn, his meetings are 1 hour. Kenapa? Because through LinkedIn content, he's already educating people. By the time they come to him, they already know what he does. They straight away want to talk, okay, how much is this? How is this going to affect? This is my project. What's the number? Sales have changed. Does this make sense? Talk on 30 December. Okay, cool. So this is Nur Shahiwan. You can see that, okay, so this is the kind of content that he does. You boleh tengok. So semua macam behind the scene. And you know what I love about this guy? Dia punya content semua smartphone shot. Dia tak edit pun. Dia tak ada macam YouTuber yang kita ni duk terfikir-fikir nak vlog, music tu masuk, ini semua. Dia punya video semua tak ada caption, tak ada apa. What he does is he just takes the phone, dia sembang. So macam ni dekat this gerai, he just basically takes the phone, say, okay, this one I'm going to pasang the lampu there and so. Tak percaya, mari kita tengok.
This is our next beneficiary. They are selling fried food from sausages to local food like banana and also chocolate. Before this, they are operating from morning until late afternoon, until evening, because they got access to electricity from nearby shop.
Okay, English perfect pun tak ada American macam I. Edit semua tak ada kan. And then just diri kat depan. And then I pernah tengok his own video, because he pasang solar to, the orang asli in the jungle and stuff like that. So you know what video he does? He just sits at the back of a pickup truck and he nak masuk jungle ni kan. So, okay, today we're gonna go into the jungle. Macam tu. And still jalan, 15,000 followers. Crazy or not crazy? And he doesn't have the best English, but he's still got 15,000. Mind-blowing, right? Okay, now this is Azif. Azif is one of our students. So we told him, you gotta get on LinkedIn. You gotta get on LinkedIn. You don't want to be, Facebook is so out of date. So he took our advice, went on LinkedIn, and it's just 5 months, he's got 10,000 followers. He is the VP of culture in Celcom. So he has his own show. So Dini memang gila lah. He does like 3 content a day, a bit gila. And the cool thing about LinkedIn, you don't need to be gila. You can start with once a day, 5 days a week, and you will still get results. So this is Celcom's own LinkedIn influencer and thought leader in organization culture. Okay, and he hosts Culturism and Grow, his live shows. Okay, very inspiring. Okay, now this is somebody that you guys might be interested in. Now she's a graduate, so she uses LinkedIn to market herself. Now this is our favorite girl. She's Lim Chia Wei. She's one of the 70 rising personalities on LinkedIn. She's a petroleum engineer. And her story is she's an anak kampung from Kedah who's made it big in oil and gas in Schlumberger. Okay, so she's got 19,000 followers. Yes, 19,000. She's just a graduate, like you guys will be in a couple of years. What she does is she doesn't even talk about Schlumberger. She talks about her life in Schlumberger. You know, how this anak kampung and what her life, everyday life on the oil rig is like. And she's a girl. Okay, so I'll give you more information about what she does. So this is, so those are individuals leveraging on LinkedIn. Okay, now. Okay, now CIMB, what are they doing to attract talent? So again, this is what I was sharing with you earlier. They use it to attract talents. There's this thing called employer branding. So you get a lot of people following you to see when's the next job and what it's like to work in CIMB, the work-life balance, that sort of thing lah. Okay, so that's what CIMB is doing. Grab is doing it to showcase their brand. Okay, and culture. So CIMB uses it to build a steady pipeline of employees to hire. Grab is also hiring people, but at the same time, they are showcasing their brand to Southeast Asia. Okay. And here's the beautiful thing about LinkedIn, which I think I mentioned. If their CEO is being replaced, what the LinkedIn algorithm can do is be able to find a replacement candidate yang macam that CEO. That's how crazy social media algorithm has come. Okay. So, which is why you want to be on LinkedIn and you want to start building your skills and adding to it, because the more that you post, the more rich your content is, the more the AI can carry you as an employee. Does this make sense? Macam kat China, this is the future, by the way, of social media platforms. Dekat China, we just had this talk. WeChat is like a super app. It is LinkedIn mixed with Facebook group, with Facebook plus WhatsApp, everything combined in one. Okay. The average hours that they spend on WeChat is about 8 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours. So they know you so well from the algorithm, because all this information is there, that by the time the tourist comes from China to Malaysia, the travel agent can tell whether Mamat ni loves fried food or spicy food, how many kids he has, how much he's willing to pay, is he a tourist or a businessman, and they can push the right ads to him. That's how crazy it is. Okay. And the Western social media is nowhere near that in terms of algorithm, but it will get there one day. It's already happening. Okay. So kira you macam, do you guys watch Criminal Behavior on TV? So, you know, with all these cases and kind of thing, with people killing people. So what they do is they profile the killers to find the killer before he starts killing again. So in a way, all these AIs are doing that, profiling you so that all these marketers can target you with their ads and stuff like that. It's amazing at the same time. Okay. So who else? Okay. We leverage on LinkedIn. How do we do it? We leverage on LinkedIn to build community and to update. So people follow, our page is not a lot, but we are very proud of our company page because we've grown it organically. We don't pay for ads. We don't subscribe to any LinkedIn service. So people yang follow us is organic because the kind of content we produce is very valuable. So we have a lot of followers. So nanti kalau you want to get updated, you follow us lah. So we're looking at 2,000 followers. Now we're at 2,005. Company page is not as fast as personal page. Personal page can grow, or personal profile rather. Personal profile can grow to 10 times more organic than company page. So that's why we always tell people to build their personal. Okay. Okay. So in summary, so LinkedIn is no longer a resume dropping site. It's the world's largest professional networking site. It has global reach, not just in Malaysia, all over the world, including China. Is the most trusted social media platform. And people come to LinkedIn to learn, network, build authority, and grow their business. Okay. It is one of the best places to start your journey. Why? Because it's very easy to start. It's not crowded like Facebook or Instagram. You can stand out. And it's quite easy. So in terms of the language of donuts, basically different social media showcase differently. Like Twitter is about what's happening. I'm eating a donut. Facebook, I like donuts. Instagram, here's a photo of my donut. LinkedIn, we'll talk in the next page. Here's a video of me dancing with donuts. You know, YouTube is about, here's a video of me eating donuts or cooking donut. Here, Pinterest is, here's a donut recipe. Spotify is, I'm listening to donut music. Whereas with LinkedIn is, my skills include donut eating. I'm qualified in donut making. I work in the donut industry. I'm interested in the future of donuts. I'm connected to donut experts. Here's a video, photo, recipe for donuts. Do you see how rich it is and how it can change your world? Yeah. Right. And here's a video that you guys might want to check out.
You don't have to do video. You don't have to do audio. You don't have to do written word. As a matter of fact, my highest over indexing content on LinkedIn right now is comic strips. We have so many things to talk about in this world that we all kind of live in. Number one, actually, back to, remember, I'm glad weaknesses. This is very meta. If you follow, how many people here follow my content just for context? Thank you. Okay, great. So most don't. So listen, no, that's what I thought. There's a lot of people here. This is wild, and if you don't know me, which is why I asked, you may think it's a plug, but let me be very much on the record. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, the NFL, orange juice, I have no emotion for anything. I care about nothing except the end consumer. But with that preface, there's a very remarkable thing going on for the far majority of people in this room. For the last year, I've been yelling on LinkedIn and many other platforms that LinkedIn is a really good place to put content. Right as we sit here today, the far majority of people's issue for their business. How many people own their business or the CEO? Raise your hands. Okay, not that many. You should consider it. It's fun. No, I'm just kidding. But for the people that run marketing or make decisions or influence decisions, LinkedIn over the last 6 months to a year, and I don't know when this algorithm changes and when the supply and demand of attention and content changes, which is what happens to all these platforms. My favorite place for the last 4 years, Instagram is going through it right now for all the biggest content producers, especially personalities. The organic decline has just started. It's about to get nasty. A lot of influencers are going to get a job. Anyway, LinkedIn right now is going through a Facebook 2012 moment. You right now have a business or trying to build a profile or trying to communicate something to the world, have no followers on LinkedIn, produce content, and the organic reach and consumption is remarkably high. It will go away. They always do. It went away on MySpace. It went away on Facebook. It goes away everywhere. It's supply and demand of attention. So one thing I definitely wanted to get across before I got off here, content, communication, not your personal brand. Think of it a different way. Your reputation, it matters. A lot of you are still trading on your reputation because you've been doing it a long time. Reputation is getting built at scale in LinkedIn for B2B businesses, which have never really had a home for content like they do now. And just being obsessed with overbringing value, I implore you to dig into this hypothesis, get educated, and remember, when you produce content, you don't have to do video, you don't have to do audio, you don't have to do written word. As a matter of fact, my highest over-indexing content on LinkedIn right now is comic strips that I create from the things I talk about in the feed. It's working. GIFs, memes, unemotional about how we communicate. We used to draw in caves. People used to do smoke signals. I do not mind how people, unlike the far majority of this room and world, I do not judge how one wants to consume content. I just react to the truth. And in that truth at this moment, not next year, not last year, at this exact second, there's a huge arbitrage of organic reach within LinkedIn that I have a funny feeling will help you get something that you want, whatever that may be. And oh, by the way, as humans, or many of you may have your side hustle, if you're selling cupcakes or your fitness program or hair extensions, LinkedIn, which is wild. Watching it become Facebook in there instead of just B2B has been phenomenal. So highly recommend that. That's another side note.
Okay.
You don't have to do video.
Okay, so there you go. Gary V is saying it. Get on LinkedIn. It's becoming B2C like Facebook already. Okay, before it gets crowded like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Okay, so in summary, it's no longer a resume site. LinkedIn is for you if you want to position yourself as an authority in your industry. And guess what? You are an authority. How old are you guys? Let me know in the comment section. You are an authority of being 25, 23, whatever your age in 2021. I'm not an authority in that. Yeah, there you go. You are an authority at being a millennial. Don't forget. Brands are trying to get into the millennial market. You know what I mean? We don't have an insight. We have to watch TikTok to learn about you guys. You know what I mean? So LinkedIn is for you if you want to get attention from the right people. Question is, what kind of attention? So you can tahu yung goal, okay, to generate leads and sales. If you are tired of the social media rat race like us, it's the one you can focus on that platform. And what I love about it, it's so positive, okay? Or if you don't have time to dance on TikTok, okay? That's what I think. Does this make sense? Let me know. Okay. Now, how do you start? Okay, I'm going to quickly go through this. Number one, you start now. Let's not forget about regretting starting early. If I were you, you guys are at 19. I wish I had it since I was 16. You don't understand. I am an overachiever. I'm a damn good student. My CV like filled in. If only And then somewhere along the way, I had to cut my CV down because terlampau banyak, because nobody wants to read more than 2 pages. But if I had started on LinkedIn, I would have all these things, all the way from school, overachiever, like kan. So if I were you, I would start now, kind of thing. Because nanti you nak fikir balik, go back, reverse it, oh my God, did I do that? Oh my God, I did. You know what I mean? So start now because you can. Number 2, you use the popcorn LinkedIn influencer roadmap. Are you ready? I'm going to give you the formula. Take out your phone, ambil gambar. Number 1, you create your profile. I'll share with you why your profile is important. Number 2, you connect with the right people. No point creating profile, creating content, lepas tu you tak connect ke orang, tak ada siapa tahu you hidup atau mati. Okay? Make sense? Number 3, create post, create your content and engage with other people. Okay? When you friend with people, you engage. Okay? Does this make sense? Create your profile, connect, consistent. You buat macam ni je. Okay? For a start, actually our formula ada panjang lagi lah, but for a start 3 ni cukup, okay? Kalau tak jam. Okay, start today, you kena start dengan yang bawah ni. Kenapa? The average human being or recruiter takes about 7 seconds to skim through you punya profile. Create a good first impression, okay? Does this make sense? You kena you terror because it says everything about you. How you do anything is how you do everything. If you punya resume cincai, maksudnya you are cincai in life. Okay? Kalau you buat halfway, then maybe you don't have commitment, kind of thing. People are looking at all this in detail, yeah? Anyway, nobody believes in resume. Resumes are a lie. We look at your content and stuff like that to kind of gauge, okay? Now, number 2, kenapa profile tu important? It is your personal brand. It's the key to opportunity to build your brand and to set yourself up for success. Now, I always thought that as an employee, I didn't have a brand, but actually to tell you the truth, I did. As a person, I know that when I say something, semua orang either akan beli, follow or dengar. Kenapa? Because I have developed this reputation that whatever I say is the truth. I don't lie. So kadang-kadang brutal juga lah, but it's the truth. So I know that I've developed that reputation because I don't say things that I don't mean. So when I say something, then my friends are like, shit, if Nina says ikut, dengar, follow. That is my brand. And as an employee, I developed that as well, that I am reliable. Whatever word you give, by hook or by crook, I will finish it. So you, as an employee, you do have a brand. So there are LinkedIn gurus out there, they teach you, oh, you're an employee, you don't have a brand. To that, I say, you do have a brand. What is your brand as a person? As an employee, are you the kind of person who's dependable? Are you the kind of person who you do whatever you do it halfway? All those things are brands. So which is why how you do anything is how you do everything. Okay? Are you on time? Are you late? Do you know that when you're late, it shows that you have a disrespect of other people's time? Yeah, those are the messages. For everything action that we do, ada dia punya repercussion, or people call it karma. Okay, so here's the profile. It gives you credibility. It attracts you, okay, and it gives you job opportunities or business opportunities. Now, what do I use LinkedIn for? I use it for my show. I look at LinkedIn, I cari orang to interview for my show. Okay, so when they want to say yes to my show, they will look at my LinkedIn profile, and then there has been so many times where they go like, Nina, your profile is impressive. I'm so excited. I would definitely want to be on your show. Ta-da! Kalau zaman dulu you pakai baju lawa, zaman sekarang you kena ada profile yang lawa. Does that make sense? Networking event lah. Okay. And then proses macam ni. Bila you create content pun, orang akan, siapa dia ni Okay. Dia pergi kat profile. Okay. Then dia pergi kat profile. This is the process dia akan aware about you. Dia ni hidup. Okay. And then dia akan consider profile you. Informative. Dia buat ni. Wah, terror. Dia akan decide. Lepas dia decide, dia akan consider. Dia nak kawan dengan you ke tak nak? Does that make sense? This is why your profile has to be awesome, because people will go through that. And I'm sure you guys do that too. Okay. When you consider. Okay. Now, how do you create an amazing killer all-star profile? Number 1, you kena clear. What is your intention on LinkedIn? You nak expand network, you nak get recommendation, you want to be a thought leader, or you nak more sales, or you nak career opportunity, you nak kerja. Okay? Kalau you nak banyak kerja, then you build your profile like a resume. Like a resume. If you want to do more sales, you build your profile like a brochure. You do a call to action. Make sure it's visible. Or if you want it to, this is you as an authority lah, you buat macam brochure. Or if you want to do more sales, then you build your profile macam sales funnel. Make sense? Okay. But everything is a funnel anyway, at the end of the day. You want people to come and reach out to you. Okay. But this is what you need to have in mind. Okay. Now, different goal, different mechanism. So if job and career is your focus, you want to talk about what is your area of expertise, what is your skills, what is your expertise. You want to promote that. You want to showcase that because people are going to be searching for those skills. Okay. Remember, it is human search and AI search. So you want to help the AI algorithm to help find you. You want to also research companies. You want to connect with people who are hiring. You get what I mean? Company mana yang you suka? You check out dia punya tu. Connect with potential employers. Connect with the people who can hire you. Now, if you want to be an authority, what is your special superpower? What can you give to the world? What is your focus and specialty? What value can you give to the world? Build your followers and tribes. That's where I'm at. I am visibility as well as sales. So who do you want to add value to kalau sales? What is the solution that you're giving to people? What results can you create for these people? And you need to get people to know you, like you, and trust you because lepas tu baru dia akan beli dari you. Does this make sense, guys? Okay, so the 3 things that you need to sort out for a LinkedIn profile is, okay, by the way, it pays to perasan, okay? Because you cannot sell yourself small because there's a lot of people who's doing that, but you have to be credible. So if you have that skills, you want to promote it. So the things that you need, take a picture of this, by the way. The things that you need to sort out is make sure you have your banner. You have a nice warm photo that looks like you, not makeup tebal macam ni. And then you make sure you fill in your headline. And then you, kalau ada services ni, you boleh letak situ lah. So make sure you letak you punya banner, you punya gambar, and then your headline and the about me. Okay? Okay, these are some things that you can do for your banner, just to give you examples. Okay. Yang ini tolong jangan buat Gambar seksi-seksi semua tak payah. Gambar gangster leader ni semua orang benar And then aku cintai muslim. Tolonglah, tolong diri anda, tolong anda. Okay. Okay, profile photo. Okay, gambar macam you, high resolution, 60% of the gambar, be the only person, smile. Okay, make sure tak bercanggah dengan background, filter pandai-pandai guna, and do not crop gambar. Get somebody to take your gambar. Okay, I pernah get my grandma. You can remove background, you can go to all these things. Okay, ni some tips on gambar. Ni National Geographer punya. Fill the frame, 60% should be your face. Okay. You can either sengitkan it, your dominant eye, or you can symmetry. Okay? Headline and keywords. Semua ni tolong avoid. Ni mesti dodgy-nya profile, I can tell you. And brand specialist tapi semua kosong. Okay? Jangan short sendiri. Yang ini we don't like. Don't be in survival mode. Tolong bagi saya kerja. Doesn't work. Okay? See yourself as, hey, you know what? I would be such an awesome add to your company because I'm this. That's what I mean is you have to perasan. Okay? Because if you tak perasan, somebody else out there akan over perasan and they're going to get hired and those people are going to be stuck with somebody who cannot do work. It is your responsibility to speak about your skills so that these people know and they can hire you. Does that make sense? So you can impact the world. Okay? These are some formulas. So, okay. And put yourself in the person higher punya view. Okay? Okay, so these are some keywords. Okay, so I think that's it. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I think we can go into the Q&A already. I'm so sorry. I think we've got like 10 minutes of Q&A left. Are you guys okay?
Yes, hi Nina. I think there's some questions here in the Q&A. Let me just take over for a while. How much, sorry, are there any do's and don'ts? I think you've already answered that. How much is LinkedIn Premium? I think you've already also answered that. Is there any example of LinkedIn influencer? I think you've also answered that.
Okay.
Is it necessary for premium LinkedIn?
No, it's not. I would suggest that you guys start on LinkedIn and just keep using it, okay? Because employees are looking for you. So I pun the only reason I have premium is because my friend from US bagi guy, tujuh. Okay?
Okay, all right.
Yeah. But it does give you access to certain things. So that's cool lah.
In your opinion, what kind of content is better? Video, picture, writing?
I would suggest that you guys can see this, right? Okay, hang on. Which content better? There's so many different types of content you guys wanna explore. And different people have different styles of content. So you wanna test it and you wanna see. So like some people are good at writing, write articles. The good thing when you write articles is everybody in your connection will be notified. But not a lot of people have time to read articles, but maybe your people like to read articles, so it doesn't matter. Some people, so you want to test everything to see. And then you also want to check your superpower. What are you good at? If you're good at design, do slide share. I tend to, I have moods. I like to do videos. I like to do this. It depends on my mood because it allows me to be creative.
Right. Okay, perfect. Thank you. And there's another question here. As an influencer, is there any advice for people out there who are afraid to start? Who are afraid to...
Yes. You just langgar. You just langgar. Kenapa? Because dunia influencer dan content creation ni, unfortunately, it's like learning to talk, it's like learning to walk, okay? For you to learn how to walk, you need to fall down. You know, like babies, they don't look the best. They look like, ayu semua terkeluar-keluar, macam tu. Tapi at the end of the day, dia belajar how to walk, but they have to fall a few times. It's exactly the same with content creation. You need to test. And in fact, I think it's harder than walking because walking, once you get walking, I can walk. Yeah, but yang ini, once I know how to create content, you still need to test, oh, my audience likes this, I want to check this, and da. So as an influencer, one of the biggest things you need to learn is you have to just langgar. If you are somebody like me and your mind stops you, you want to do first, then you think later. And your first 100 content is going to suck. So we actually tell our students your first 100 videos is going to suck. But I can tell you your video 100 is going to be better than video 50. Video 50 is going to be better than video 1. Content bersama, post 100 akan be better than 50, akan be better than 1. But video 1 is better than video 0. So you kena start. Kena start. You surround yourself with people. Maybe you have a group to challenge you. Okay, I'm going to do this for the next 1 week of my life. I'm going to post every day. Okay, I'm going to hold you accountable. You want to do that. And that was what we were looking for when we started Popcorn. We remember we were lost. We didn't know how. You need a supportive group. And that is the side effect of Popcorn punya classes. We have this strong community that, supports each other. We're so supportive that they call us the LinkedIn Mafia. Okay? And I do have some stuff to support you guys with, which I'll share with you in a bit. Okay, next question.
All right, so next question. How do we choose what to write? Like, is there any tips? Like, do we just just use our LinkedIn, like our diary, our journal, where we just literally write anything there?
What I would say is, it's just like TikTok. This is the advice that TikTok gave us. When you want to start, what you do is you download the blah, 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 the social media and start being a lurker. You start jadi stalker. You pergi tengok orang buat apa, you cari reference. You kena stop. You cari reference orang macam you nak jadi marketer. You cari marketer. Jangan cari kat Malaysia, cari kat overseas. Or cari kat Malaysia. For like a senior or somebody who's an influencer, you add people on the top 100, you see what they're doing. You look for people slightly older than you and you see what they're doing. And then you're like, oh my God, I want to be like that. You get what I mean? You cari you punya icon lah untuk diri you.
So like, sorry,
yeah.
And
then you see their content, you see what they're sharing, and then you'll get ideas. Okay? Because God is so amazing. There's so much creativity. You can actually literally write whatever you want to write. But at the end of the day, you also want to go back you need to be careful. You figure out what your brand is. What is it that you want? You don't want to be too honest, because at the end of the day, it's a professional platform. It might affect you being hired. Okay. Does that make sense? So you don't want to do it like a Facebook where you luahkan your whole dirty linen kind of thing. So you got to be mindful of that. So go back to your intention. You nak guna benda ni untuk apa? You want to get more job. If you want to get more job, what is it that people are looking for to hire? Is it a positive person, a this, a that, a da da da? You be that. Because you can get attention for the bad things, you can get attention for the good things. You nak macam mana?
Okay.
True. Okay. But I would say, because you guys share from a perspective of somebody from your point of view, because again, you are the expert in your life. You know, we don't have an expert. So when you get to work, you know what Lim Xiaowei does? She's a fantastic reference. She features, okay, hari ni I'm meeting dengan Tuan Haji, we talk about this and da 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 da. I didn't know that I could da 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 da. Macam for me, I watch a lot of films. And then I will put the lessons that I learned from this film, leadership lessons that I put. And then sometimes I'll put a poll because I want to hear people's opinion. Okay?
Okay, also, on our LinkedIn profile, right, under our name, what should we put there?
You mean the headline?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, for that, I would say that if you're in, you want to put your skills, you want to put like what you want to be. Aspiring Forbes 30 under 30 if you're going to be an entrepreneur. Yeah. And in which area you want to be, you know?
So it's not really like a bio, is it?
No, your bio. Okay, they are the headline. Headline to a lot of people put their job there. Don't. Because the job is already in your experience. So your headline is basically like an elevator pitch of what you want people to know you for. So much. One of the students we had says that I help brands to get an insight into the world of millennials. I help brands get connected to millennials. Puy, terus ada 3 brands connect dia.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah. So
when they put it there like that.
Exactly. So what are you about? But of course, we help unclear that in our classes, because we actually ask like 12 questions, and then along the, because you guys are young, you're probably still searching yourself what you stand for in the world. But I have to say, you guys are at such an evolved stage compared to us older people when we were your age. Yeah, I think so. Your lecturers will probably agree, kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the next question. Is it fine that I want to focus on career opportunity after graduating later?
I would say you want to, okay, if you want to, of course you want to focus on career opportunities later, but I would say start your LinkedIn now, start sharing, because start filling in your profile and fill it up with, results like, macam, I can overachiever. So masa I kat uni, I was like, I did the Malaysia night and we raised like about £1 million, which is like unheard of, you know? And then, so I put all those. So dari situ you boleh nampak, oh, budak ni ada potential nak jadi business development ke tak apa-apa. You get what I mean? So because people are looking for that, yeah.
Okay. So okay, about that, when we share, like the question here, she said she wants to focus on career opportunity later after graduating. So if she starts now, can she just share like the soft skills she has, which is, okay, for example, cooking?
Definitely.
Oh, okay. So just share.
Okay, it depends. Where do you want to take this cooking? Do you want to do it as a career one day? Then you put it like as a hobby, but you still focus dia macam ni lah. You nak focus kat mana? You want career, okay, great. Where is your income coming from? If 80% is going to come from your career, you still need that 20% as hobby, then you still post 20%, maybe 80% is career. Or your hobby tu, you letak skills yang you can apply to workplace. You get what I mean? Because with cooking, it's project management, if you think about it.
Yeah.
And then how do you make use of resources? That's budgeting.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
we have to like pandai untuk macam.
Exactly. Which is why I say do not wait until you dah nak hilang kerja or you nak cari kerja baru you masuk, because you're at a huge disadvantage. Not just are you desperate. You tiba-tiba macam you kena compete dengan orang lain yang dah lama masuk Minang. You get what I mean?
Faham?
And then orang lain yang dah masuk meminang ni, walaupun dia tak cari kerja, dia dah ada reference, dia dah tengok, dia dah stalk orang, oh dia ni buat macam tu, oh dia ni buat macam tu. And dia dah siap build content dia dari 2 tahun lepas. You ni baru nak masuk. Semua kosong. And I nak cari pekerja, you could be fake, you could be, I don't know who you are, but I know I can depend on this one. You get what I mean?
Yep. Understand.
And how you do anything is how you do everything. Like we're at this stage where I can read my students' posts and I'm like, ini apa kena? You know? I'll be like, and then semua orang macam focusing on the guy who's kutoking her. And I'm like, no, this is about you. What's going on with you? What state of mind are you in that you attracted this guy to kutok you? And then dia cakap, because she was hungry. Dia hungry and angry, lepas tu LinkedIn jadi dia punya keyboard jihad and said, ini kenapa? And then dia cakap, and dia nak cakap pasal mental health lah. And then I'm like, okay, so who are you judging? Sebab dia cakap pasal Ibit Liu and how Ibit Liu is buying all this stuff and Gomen tak buat apa-apa, politicians ni tak apa-apa, selfish, betul tu betul. Tapi I tanya, tapi you marah kenapa? You pasal apa? Oh, I tak nak orang judge orang mental health. So you buat apa? Judge politician. You kena careful. The world is a mirror. What you put up, you get back. Terus orang tu maki amun you. Of course that guy tu pun macam you tengok, alah tak ada siapa. Profile pun kosong. Senang je nak keyboard jihad kan. But we work with her. Okay, why are you doing it? So lepas tu dia taubat, tak nak kutuk orang dah. Dia tak nak judgement. So but we go through it as well. Like we have issues with certain people as well, and then akan keluar, like I think one of my co-founders, he was being mean to one of our vendors. I was like, kenapa they are so mean? You don't have, it's not necessary. You can be nice. Yes, they didn't do their work. We can just sound them. Tak payahlah mean sangat. And then the next day terus dia dapat klien yang mean to him. Maki amun. And I'm like, karma. So it's become like that for us. And we also laugh at our students laugh at us. So yeah, that's what happens.
I see.
Which is why social media ni you janganlah jadi hypocrite. Because you ingat you tulis you pandai kan. But actually you are showing your ni yang orang kan, wait a minute, like this is about you, this is not about that, you know.
True. That happens a lot actually. It happens everywhere.
So
they think they write it out, but we can read it over and over again.
Because how anything is how you do everything. So siapa yang sekarang keyboard jihadis tu, berjaga-jaga. Because people like me, we look, they think it's about the other person. It's about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, so we laugh at our students all the time. Our students, so we have this thing called pop confession, and they pull pop confession. I did this, and we also but you have to laugh at it because we're all learning, and it's about being kind to each other, and it's important to know that we're all learning. And masa you ada 500 connection lah, you pakai tiba and langgar. Test. Tapi kalau tak banyak orang nak test pun susah. So, you know, it's you just gotta redah.
Okay. So, sadly, we are approaching the end of our session already. But there are still...
I have a couple of resources that you guys can get. So if you want to continue this journey, we actually have resources to support you. So we actually do free LinkedIn trainings in our LinkedIn Accelerator group. This is meant for business leaders and professionals, but it's free. So every Monday we go live. Okay, so you can go to this Facebook group, take a photo. Okay, and what we do is we also have a show. It's called Just Langgar, because Masa 2 started during the pandemic. We have no idea what we're doing. So we decided to just langgar. And we interview a lot of people. So these are some of the people we interview. And it's designed for entrepreneurs, for people who want to create content. And we cover different social media, not just LinkedIn. And if you want to look at our past episodes, you go to YouTube. YouTube, our views are very low because most of the views comes from LinkedIn and Facebook, I would say. So this one acts like our library lah. So we cover a lot of things. And then on our LinkedIn page one, quite powerful. We have people following our content because we do like slides, we do videos. Macam what are the do's and don'ts of LinkedIn? We have that in video. So you want to go there and learn. So are you suffering from FOPO, fear of other people's opinion, where to get the best photos, things like that. So you can join us. This is all our social media. Take a photo, join the cult. join the community. And moving forward, okay, what are the top 3 things that you guys learned? I want to hear from you guys. What are the top 3 things that you guys learned? Write down in the comment. And what's next for you? And now that you know this, what's next for you? I would love to know that. Yeah. Telangga elok. Yes, betul. Mula-mula tu you langgar. You do first without thinking, okay? Bila dah ada banyak sikit tu, you langgar berpada-pada. I'm doing my resume, my internship right now. Oh, wait, I have one more. What's next? Is okay, so, okay, you can follow me here. Alamak, ni salah ni slide, but okay lah, sorry. Okay, there's 3 commandments at Popcorn. Number 1, Number 1, just langgar. Number 2, do first thing later because sometimes we overthink. Number 3, it pays to perasan. Dekat LinkedIn ada banyak orang yang perasan. Tapi dia pun semua tak terror. Tapi kalau you terror, tolonglah perasan. Because if not, people tak tahu. It is your responsibility to perasan because otherwise orang akan kena tertipu dengan orang yang tak terror tapi cakap apa terror. And then they're going to lose their money or they're going to hire somebody who's stupid and who's not great for the job. So if you really have the skills, it is your responsibility to speak nicely about yourself and to promote yourself. Okay? Because the world deserves good people. Boleh tak?
I think after this semua orang akan belajar how to promote ourselves already.
Yes,
I'm
good job.
already thinking of how can I positively promote myself on LinkedIn.
Yeah, because you know the mat salis are so good, but we all no. In this day and age, you kena perasan. So I had huge struggles with it because we're Asians. We're brought up to not speak highly about ourselves because if we are so good, people talk about us, doesn't happen. So that's why I put that commandment there for people like me. It pays to perasan. So it's a huge joke with us. Siap ada meme lagi. Okay.
Okay, all right. So for the feedback, we have a form, Miss Nina. So later we can share with you what they think and what they received from this session. So I'm going to wrap up our event for today. I hope that after this, we will get to utilize our LinkedIn account to the fullest with the knowledge that Miss Nina has shared with us today. Thank you to the participants for joining and engaging with us today. On behalf of the organizer ECLIPSE, I, Sukma Ashura, as your moderator, apologize for any inconveniences and see you again in the next session, inshallah. And Miss Nina also, thank you very much for all your knowledge and your sharings. They are very useful.
Yeah.
I think we don't have enough paper notes to write it down. We have to looking at the recording again later after this.
Okay,
so,
cool. Awesome.
For the participants, don't forget to fill in the attendance form given in the chat box and so that you won't miss your e-certificate. Thank you and have a good weekend. You may now leave the meeting.
Bye.
Thank you
so
everyone.
much.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, stop. Okay, cool.